A lot of men have told me that I needed to be fuckable to win in this industry.
My name is Bessie Donna Amoroa. I'm a tech executive. I work at Instagram, where I do strategic partnerships with talent in beauty, lifestyle, and gaming.
My name is India Shawn. I'm a singer and songwriter and sometimes a crazy girl. Super into wellness too, and I've just been bringing it all together.
I'm Brittany Hampton, and I'm a junior creative at Honor the Gift and women's fashion designer and content creator.
Hey guys, I'm Dariani Santana. I'm a TV host, I'm a comedian, and I also own a Cuban restaurant. I know, it's a lot of really different things, but I do it all. I just think being a woman is, you are power. Everything about us exudes power, and I think nobody loves like a woman loves. I think that's why we give life, and there's nothing more powerful than love, so I think we hold all of the power in the universe. Being a woman's just it's amazing. We give life.
I just, feel like a unicorn sometimes. I think that Black women are so important and uniquely powerful, especially in creative spaces. So I'm just grateful to be in that number.
Any challenges as a woman that you care to shed some light on?
As Black women especially, we face different challenges that a lot of people don't necessarily know that we face. We don't get the same opportunities that a lot of women do. We don't get to walk in the room and feel as confident as who we are and speak the voice that we have without being told like, oh, you're a little too loud, or bring it down a bit, or she might be a little ghetto. But you have to be who you are and own who you are.
I think there's so many different challenges that women face in their career. And I think some women can say some challenges that maybe I've glossed over because, maybe I just had more strength in that department. I think for me, I've just tried to be conscious of other women in the different positions that they might be in and just always try and offer my support. So I think trying to maintain my womanhood along this journey has been the biggest challenge, but the biggest blessing, because I've reaped so many different new strengths and skill set, like just honoring myself as a woman as I'm going through my career journey.
One of the reasons that I do comedy and one of the reasons that I've honed so much into my personality is for a long time I felt like people just looked at me for what I looked like. And that's a really common thing that women have to go through, is like this need to prove to you, no, I'm also funny. No, I also have something to say. So that's just been something that I felt ever since I was a kid, that I had to go, first of all, as a woman and as a minority, I always had to go above and beyond and just prove myself. I always felt like I had way more to prove solely because I was a woman.
A lot of men have told me that I needed to be fuckable to win in this industry, and I kind of internalized that in my journey, and I don't think that that's the truth at all. Like, you just have to be yourself. But I think that advising someone to sleep around, or that's real advice sometimes that men give women in this industry, and that needs to just end ASAP. Could you date a guy who wasn't as funny as you?
Could I date a guy that wasn't as funny as me? I have literally only dated guys that aren't as funny as me, and I've made peace with that. I used to want to date someone that was funnier than me, and then I realized I don't want to date Chris Rock, so I'm good. It's funny, is the person I'm dating now is actually very, very, very funny. Not funnier than me, but very funny. This question is for Bessie Donna. When did you realize that women were powerful beings?
I think I realized women were powerful beings when I was in high school and I attended an all-girls high school. And at first I thought it was gonna suck. I was like, this is gonna be weird. By the end of my 4 years, I didn't want to be out because it was so much fun to be around other women where you got to see how we all grew different, we accepted each other, and we're teaching each other. And it was when I really felt like, wow, women make life, they help you grow.
Who else is currently influencing you now?
Wow, if I could speak on one woman, I'm gonna have to say Kamala. I'm gonna have to say Kamala Harris, and that's mainly because I'm from the Bay. Like, I get it, being raised in that type of environment and those communities that we've been working towards to get to somewhere else. It was great to see her really push through.
One of my biggest influences right now is Issa Rae. I am utterly obsessed. She's just the funniest and the most creative, and I'm manifesting something with Issa. Love Issa.
Who's currently influencing me? Do they have to be a celebrity? Yeah, because, oh no, I'm getting emotional. I'm getting my period, it's fine. Happy Women's History Month. Okay, one of the people that inspires me on a daily basis is my sister. Her name is Daleen Santana. She's a spoken word artist, and she has bipolar, and most of the poetry that she does and the work that she does is around her mental illness. And I know some days her just getting up out of bed is the biggest obstacle, and that she does that, it motivates me to be like the best version of myself.
This question is for Besadonna. Within everything that's been going on this year, especially with Black Lives Matter, have you seen a change within the social impact and brand partnership?
Yeah.
And then my second question is, what about for women? Do you feel like it's all hype, or do you feel like it's actually really happening for us?
I think right now with the social media platforms and with the rise in people paying attention to BLM, Black women are making sure that it's not hype no more, and they're holding the social media platforms accountable. Like, Black people are not a marketing point, which has been one of my biggest gripes with marketing as a marketer. Like, oh, we gotta make sure there's one Black person in there. Like, what does that even mean? Yes, this person is being visible, but now they're a prop, now they're a tool. You're not really even respecting the spirit that's in this body. And you just see a lot of these brands that don't really care about Black people, but wanna use them to be a part of Black culture to make money. And I don't think that Black people are letting that slide no more. This question is for Brittany Hampton.
Okay.
You're a multi-hyphenate who has done a lot in the industry and has built a unique creative lane for yourself. How do you maintain your grace and find new ways to constantly creatively express yourself?
Wow, that's a good one, because finding grace has always been tough, right? I think, like, as you grow up as a woman in this industry especially, you're told to carry yourself a certain way, but then it's like when you're at church, right? Like, you don't act the same way that you act in church as you do in the streets, or with your friends, or with your parents. And I think that I have found myself to be able to separate my own personal being from, like, the social media world, and just understanding that, like, I tell a lot of young women all the time that, like, your social is your platform and that is your portfolio. And so to showcase that on there and then live your life of who you are outside of that, any way that you want to be.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
Stop f***ing with f***boy now. Can I cuss? To my younger self, I would say stay focused. You know, I feel like I wasted a lot of time that could have been channeled into creating. But yeah, I would just tell her, get focused, stay focused.
If I could give any advice to my younger self, keeping unique. You're also a badass. You are just fine the way you are. Don't be afraid to perform. Don't be afraid to be creative. And keep writing and reading those books, baby girl.
13-year-old Ariani will be hyped. She'd be like, you're fucking amazing.
The advice that I would give to my younger self would be to look up, girl, because you got it.
What does womanhood mean to me? I think the coolest thing about being a woman is our ability to empathize. It's something that is so innate to us. And it's something that if the world had more female energy, we would be in such a better, more beautiful place. Like a woman's touch, whether it is figurative or literal, is healing and it is powerful. And that is something that is so amazing and that I hope that every woman can embody and really like put out there.